Welcome back to the Two Bartys Award Show. We are now going to get all sporty on you and give out our awards for the sports cars. Now, sports cars can be of any shape and size. It can be from a smart coupe from back in the day all the way through to the most thumping Bugatti you have ever seen. But we've narrowed it down into a few different categories. The most popular category will of course be the hot hatch, and our nominees for the hot hatch are the Fiesta ST, the Honda Civic Type R and the Mini GP. What are your thoughts on those three vehicles, James?
Well, I love all of them, but for me one kind of not stands out, but is kind of the odd one out.
Oh, which one's the odd one out for you?
I think the Fiesta is because of its simplicity, and the other two have big wings, like huge exhausts, front splitters. It's kind of the more simple one.
Where what you're saying is the Type R and particularly the Mini GP look like they've ram-raided Halfords while being covered in adhesive. The amount of hoops and scoops and wings and things that those two vehicles have on them, are you saying that's detracting from their outright performance?
No, but it just kind of breaks them away from the Fiesta.
Okay, so let's see then which vehicle won our hot hatch of the year. I can now reveal that in third place it was the Honda Civic Type R. In second place it's the Mini GP, and winning with a maximum of 6 points, our hot hatch of the year. It may be simple to look at, but it's the most involving drive from our perspective, well, from mine, from when I drove it. It is the Fiesta ST. So, to introduce us to our next award, it is the Best Sports Car Award. I will pass you over to James for the nominees.
The nominees are the Mazda MX-5, the Toyota Supra and the Alpine. Or Alpine.
Depending where you're from. Okay, I can reveal the results of this award. In third place and second place and first place, we haven't been able to split them. All scored 4 points. The MX-5 scored 4 points, the Supra scored 4 points, and the Renault or the Alpine A110 scored 4 points as well. So we can't ignore any of them. Three great vehicles, actually three vehicles that do different things. So we have the affordable, the accessible, the almost rudimentary throwback of the MX-5, a fantastic handling car, great gear shift, really communicative on the steering, massive fan, had one sadly about 18 years ago now. We then go into the Supra, legendary Supra coming back from the late 70s, early 80s. Obviously Fast and the Furious influenced how people felt about Supra. This one, a joint vehicle with BMW Z4, so much more sophisticated than the previous one had been. A slight change, not maybe as big, but still got some recognisable nods to the iconic Supras of the 90s. And then the Alpine, which is James's favourite. So my favourite was MX-5, your favourite was the Alpine A110. So again, ladies and gentlemen, please put in the comments which one you think should be the overall winner. But this is an award where we have three winners. Cannot separate them. So we'll leave this one up to you. Now hopefully this next category will not be as controversial, although I've already seen something that may get the keyboard warriors on the case. We are going over to sports saloons, okay? Now sports saloons, are looking at the Alfa Giulia GTM, sorry, GTA M, and we did a video on the Alfa Romeo in an earlier episode, so please check that one out. We then have the new BMW M3. A lot of people getting all very upset, unnecessarily in my view, about the new grille on the M3 and the M4. We then come on to, not a saloon as such, but the Audi RS6. So basically a super estate, a super wagon. This is one hell of a vehicle, £102,000 last time I checked, but this is a beast of a vehicle. So we have our nominees. James, what's your shout for the winner?
Well, I think it's going to be close between the Alfa and the Audi. I don't think, for me, the BMW just is not that great.
Not at the races in this particular drag race. Well, let's have a look at the results. In third place, we have the BMW M3. Didn't get ahead by a nose. You're welcome. In second place, and first place, we have another joint award. Maybe we should go alphabetical order and give it to the Alfa Romeo GTA M, but scoring 5 points each, we have the Alfa Romeo and the Audi RS6. So again, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments box, which one would be your number one? I chose the Alfa Giulia GTA M because I'm that predictable. James went for the Audi RS6. What was it about the RS6 that put it ahead of the Alfa?
I think the new phase of styling Audi are going through is just awesome. The way the new Audis look, it's just, I have no words.
Okay, well, I've long been a lover of Alfa Romeos, as most people know, and we do have some episodes on Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA M. I chose it because it is just bonkers. The GTA M, something like 100 kilos lighter, so they've managed to take out about 16 stone in weight. So that's probably taken out both James and myself from the vehicle in weight. They've removed the rear seat, they've got a decent spoiler on the back, they've got new air intakes on the front. It just looks immense and I love it. I also love the RS6, which is why I scored that 2 points out of the possible 3 that I could give, because I agree, the styling where Audi are going now, it's just a sharpened up version. It's not much far removed, but it's enough to just make you look again, and it's the exquisite detailing that Audi are doing. I'm also in love with the new A3 and the S3. I think as a small car focus size, that is the bit as well.
May I just add?
You may.
With the Alfa, I love that they've gone all airy and all look at me, I've got massive wings, but it might have been a different story if it was just the normal Giulia, because I think that is just the perfect saloon car.
Uh-huh.
But with the GTA, it just went a bit less smooth, a bit less...
Bit less subtle?
Yeah. And I just... If it was the Giulia, I would have gone with that. But because of the tweaks, well I say tweaks, massive sprouting spoiler coming out the backside, diffuser, front splitter, the list goes on. So I lean more over to the Audi because it's just a bit more simple and a bit more. You have to get in it to know how good it is, but then you come outside and look at it and it's also a very good looking car.
Good. Well, there we have it. So our sports car of the year is actually an Alfa and an Audi. We'll be back shortly with the rest of our awards, so stay tuned and we'll be right back.